Welcome back, humor consumers, to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm comedian Tracy DeGraff.
And I'm Cathrine, co-host and bestie.
Hello there, Cathrine.
Hi, Trace.
Welcome back to the Pod Lab.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for the hot tea.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cathrine and I both have a nice, hot, beautiful glass of tea. Mm-hmm. And it's in those little fancy holiday glasses. Aren't they cute?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I love them.
I only get them out once a year, this Christmas time.
I'll tell you what, I've been all about the holidays.
I know, me too.
I even have Christmas underwear.
Where did you find Christmas underwear?
Pennies, JCPenney's.
Really?
Yeah, I saw them. I was like, oh, I need them. So I got them.
That's funny.
I know.
Well, as we've had a busy day today, as the holidays seem to creep up on us, and today is December 17th, 2022,
yeah.
And we were at a baby shower this morning, and as we were leaving the baby shower, it was at our church, which is right down the street. Mm-hmm. You were talking to Barb and saying, goodbyes and such, and she said for the first time in a few years, she's gotten her Christmas stuff out. And I think that a lot of us can relate to that because 2020 and 2021 were sort of a bust for Christmas.
Just different.
Very different.
Bust.
Many people could not get together.
Right.
And did not get together. And
yeah.
so then even if you did get your Christmas decorations out, it was just sort of like, wah.
It was quite the effort. Yeah, last year, a lot of us in our community had COVID.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Or we're just getting over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I dodged that bullet. That was...
you and Kenny.
I know. Everybody around us had it, except for us. Mm-hmm. Weird. Well, today we are talking about weird. Speaking of weird.
Yeah.
The episode that we came up with for today, we're just calling it Weird News. Weird headlines, weird news, however you want to say it. We decided to do this. These are going to be... it's going to be a two-parter. So we're going to do part one.
We're stretching it out, folks.
We're stretching it out because we don't want to not give our faithful listeners
content.
Something to listen to the week of Christmas. But at the same time, realistically, looking at our schedules,
we're stretched out.
We are.
So this is going to be stretched.
Yeah, so we're going to stretch this into two parts. So this is part one, weird news. Mm-hmm. And I had tasked Cathrine with the assignment of coming up with her weird news, and then I'll do mine in part two.
Yeah.
What'd you come up with, Cathrine?
Well, I found a couple sites, but I'm going to stick with this one because it was weirder of the two.
It was the most weird.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is with UFOs lately, but the very first one is former manager of DOD, whatever that is, aerospace.
DOD aerospace? You don't know what DOD is?
We'll just say it and maybe I'll...
Isn't it the Department of Defense?
Oh, it probably is. Probably is. Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Threat program.
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
Uh-huh.
UFOs are real.
Wait. So you're saying that the United States of America, Department of Defense is saying that...
The manager of...
He's saying that there's UFOs and they're a threat.
Are real.
Okay.
Something extraordinary was revealed today. Former high-level officials and scientists with deep black experience have claimed this. I don't know what deep black...
Probably in deep space.
Oh, yeah, probably. So,
the only reason I think that's a total guess is because they're aero people,
Yeah, right. Well, and then the next headline after that is Pentagon has received several hundreds of new UFO reports. And later I'll get to another one. It's more claims of UFOs. So
interesting.
Back in the 70s, there was this big thing constantly about UFOs. Mm-hmm. This is just me saying this, not in the article. And it's apparently, here we are again, with history repeating itself.
Okay, and define UFO, though. I mean, a UFO isn't necessarily an alien spaceship.
No, it just literally means it's unidentified, and it's flying, and it's an object, and they can't figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So, still everybody pretty much thinks of aliens and things from another world.
When I was out visiting my brother in North Carolina in the fall, so it was in September, we're sitting out on his deck, and he lives right near the ocean.
Oh.
And we saw this thing. It looked like a giant jellyfish going through the sky.
Really?
And it was all lit up. And I took a video of it because I'm like, oh, that doesn't look right. And sure enough, it was a SpaceX rocket.
Oh, cool.
And it had been launched from Florida, but we were just seeing it in North Carolina.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Sure is.
I recently watched something on Unsolved Mysteries and the new Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
And it had this whole thing on UFOs and this scientist. He was a weather meteorologist guy. And they interviewed him and hundreds of people who did see these sightings. I think it was in Michigan. It was actually by the coastline. And it was pretty interesting because how can that many people be in on a hoax or, fooled? But anybody who's claimed to have seen and really swears by it, they're kind of considered mentally ill, people associate. Anyway, but that was interesting.
Did it go on, or is it just, is the article that you're reading there, are they just notating that, yes, UFOs are now being identified by the government?
Well, I'm only reading the headline, basically, and the little caption under it. I haven't, if I click on that and then go down these rabbit trails, then it'll be hard to get back to these others.
Okay, so what are the other ones?
Well, in Arizona, police have ticketed a driver for carpooling with an inflatable Grinch.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, where is this? Arizona?
Arizona.
Okay.
It says, while the gag may have caused the officer's heart to grow, it did not stop the driver from getting cited for being in the HOV lane.
Right.
Right.
Is he supposed to actually have a person in there?
Yes. Right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But I guess the first question that goes into my head is, how do they know that he, was doing this? Maybe he was just doing it as a Christmas prank.
Well, I'm surmising that they interviewed him or questioned him. Like, hey, that's not funny. You don't really have a carpool guy there.
Yeah, right.
So I think it is funny, though.
It is funny. I do love that movie.
Yeah, right.
And then I could just see him getting pulled over and saying, well, don't you have any Christmas spirit? Are you a Grinch? It's funny. Yeah. All right, what else you got?
Okay, so some cows, flee from a live nativity scene and they hoof it to the state park. So it says, holy cow. The two animals apparently didn't appreciate being part of the Christmas event. So they took off and hoofed it off somewhere else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Here's a little cute one. The Los Angeles Animal Control grants unicorn license to young girl. But the officials told the girl the unicorn must be given regular access to sunlight, moonbeams, and rainbows, and watermelon at least once a week.
Okay. Now, why did they do that, though?
Well, let's see here. Why did they do that? Why did they grant that? Well, rules are rules, it says. Animal control officials in Southern California have granted permission for a little girl to keep a unicorn at home, provided she follows strict guidelines.
How old was the girl?
I don't know that they say. So the girl wrote, "Dear LA County, I would like your approval if I can have a unicorn in my backyard. If I can find one, please send me a letter in response." So then it goes on from there.
I suppose it's harmless, but at the same time, it's sort of ridiculous,
Yeah. Well, there's more rules. The unicorns were... Okay, I have a confession.
What?
I didn't know unicorns were real. They're not real.
They're not real. No.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This is dangerous. No. Unicorns are not real.
Okay, I'm going to tell you why I just confirmed that or asked that. Because it says
Tell
4.
me.
The unicorn's horn must be maintained to be in good health.
Oh,
this requires polishing at least once a month with a soft cloth. Oh, I didn't see the next one, though.
Cathrine.
Now I see
You're
it.
53 years old. There's no unicorns. This is why this is dangerous. You're getting sucked in. Just think of the people out there who are like, yeah, I want a unicorn too.
I thought reindeer flew. What?
Gosh. Okay. At first, when you first read that, I'm thinking that poor little child, right? It's bad enough
Now it's Catherine.
You've got Santa, you've got the elf on the shelf. Now you've got 2 elves on the shelf, and you've got a unicorn license. I mean, these people are messed up.
Well, that's funny because now it says here, the 5th one, any sparkles or glitter used on the unicorn must be non-toxic and biodegradable to ensure the unicorn's good health.
That's so California.
Oh, okay. Let's go back.
Jeez.
Okay. All right, here's the one I wanted to get to. German police on the hunt for 60 containers of stolen bull sperm.
Oh, they were stolen. Okay.
Yes. Investigators said precious cargo needs to be supercooled with liquid nitrogen at blah, 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 Celsius degrees, so it isn't spoiled. So I guess it's from a laboratory in Germany.
It's a heist.
Yeah. A good dairy cow, they say.
Okay. So what they do is they extract the sperm and then they make more dairy cows.
I guess, yeah.
So somebody in the dairy cow business would be the thief.
Yes.
Because if you're taking that for any other reason, there's something wrong. something major. You and the unicorn girl are gonna go have some fun. Jeez.
I'm built like bull.
Yeah.
You a unicorn. Okay.
Yeah, the Germans are. They're built like that.
Okay, now I got to click now. I got to wait for this thing to come up. Oh, here. Okay, so more UFOs.
Aren't people fascinating? They are.
People are. And I think that all these things make headlines. Oh, here. Investigators identify a foot found in Yellowstone hot pool. Park officials said the unattached appendage belonged to Run Ho, a 70-year-old man from Los Angeles, but it isn't clear how he ended up in the spring.
Well,
how they identified him by his foot.
Wait, they only found a foot? They didn't find the rest of him?
No.
Well, I'm assuming the rest of him is night-night, right? Wouldn't you assume that he's like no longer among the living?
I don't know. You hear such, I don't know. I would think because the loss of blood, but if he had been rescued and they were able to stop the bleeding, I don't know.
Okay.
So a chain smoker marathoner finishes in under 3.5 hours, and he's done it before. Nicknamed Uncle Chen, the 50-year-old runner finished the race in 574th place, beating nearly 1,000 others.
A chain smoker. He's in his 50s. So here's the criteria. You're 50, you're a chain smoker, marathoner. That's a unique bunch.
Yeah.
There aren't many.
No.
It's like a unicorn, literally. It's literally a unicorn.
Right. Okay, now I've seen this on a couple sites now. Someone just paid a lot of money for Steve Jobs' old sandals, his old Birkenstocks. The Apple founder, that's who Steve Jobs is, his well-used brown suede Birkenstocks set a record for the highest price ever paid for a pair of sandals.
How much?
Let's see, I got to click on it. Hang on. Oh my God. Auctioned off for a whopping $218,000. Unbelievable.
You know what people think they're going to do with stuff like that? I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have art that you appreciate and it gets, all kinds of money, but to have used sandals.
They're gross too. They showed a picture of them. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Birkenstocks, but like the suede bottom, the minute you wear them, you see your foot imprint.
The toe marks.
And they look,
And the sweat.
Well, the bottom of these, where his foot was, where the bed of the foot is, it's like shiny black. And wow, it even says they're from the 1970s. I didn't even know Birkenstocks were a thing then. I thought they were kind of...
Well, hopefully somebody will display them somewhere so that all can observe and appreciate.
Yeah. Well, here's some guys. They look great. They've got really, really long beards, and they've set a world record for the largest beer chain. So they've chained their beards together. Wyoming. That's because they have nothing else to do there.
What, like braided them?
Yeah. Well, they're like twisted.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long is the chain?
150 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what state is it?
Wyoming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have anything else to do but grow beards and do that. We've just insulted everybody. And
do we have listeners in Wyoming?
Well,
if we do.
Not anymore.
Hey. Just saying, hey.
Oh, here, this is great. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield come together for eerie cannabis collaboration. And here's... Mike Tyson says, if I was on cannabis, I wouldn't have bit his ear, Tyson said of the infamous incident in the boxers. Yeah. Well, probably because he would have been more like a mellow fellow.
Right.
I
and not
suppose.
so agitated.
Yeah,
but if he was smoking cannabis or on cannabis, he's not going to be in a boxing ring. He's going to be chilled on a couch.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm sorry. This thing takes a minute to pull up. So the National Park Service, and I'm not sure where, begs visitors, please stop licking these psychedelic toads.
Oh, really?
So people, I guess, are licking this Sonoran desert toad. It's very, very poisonous, but some people are risking it. I guess maybe they get some kind of trip out of it. I don't know.
Are they having any sort of ill effects after licking the toad other than
poisoning?
Someone questioning their sanity?
I think they're getting poisoned.
Ugh.
I think that's the problem. But those are the oddest ones that I found.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few more. There's a British couple that circled the globe on a tandem bike in 180 days. So
no, impossible. How did they do that?
Well, I thought that too, but they have the couple broke a Guinness World Record, and somebody did it before them, but they did it in under time.
How?
And well, they obviously have to figure out a way to get across the ocean, but other than that, they went through 21 countries. They took off in Germany and ended up back in Germany. Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm buying it.
It's on the Guinness book.
Yeah, fine, but still. I don't know if I'm buying it.
They've got a certification, Tracy.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. There's definitely open water involved, so they must have to figure that out. I don't know. Here's kind of a weird one too. Fun. A Colorado town reclaims title, so somebody has the title before this, so somebody's done it before them, for the world's longest shot ski. A Colorado town.
I saw that, yes.
They connected hundreds of skis in a chain and glued shot glasses to them to break an unofficial world record for the longest shot ski.
And so I'm imagining what they did was if the shot glass is glued to the ski, on the count of whatever, 3, they all take the shot together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll end with that one.
That was great. And when you were talking about the Guinness Book of World Records, some of the things that people do are so odd and weird
to
and
get
different.
Into the book.
Yeah.
I read quite a few of them, actually.
And really, when you think about even like Barnum and Bailey's Circus, like circus acts from years ago.
Yeah.
Before they had, Cirque du Soleil.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had the freak shows. That's what it was.
The bearded lady. Here's Tracy. Yeah, but people are different, weird, unique. We have, and there's a curiosity within us that wants to see, what happened? How did it happen?
Yes. Yeah, it's true. Speaking of that,
yes,
they just revealed that an Iranian man was named the world's shortest at 2 feet, 1.6 inches.
2 feet
2 feet. They do have a picture of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's in the Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
After his height was confirmed, of course. Has to be confirmed.
Right. And probably good for him. He's like, I'm famous.
He looks happy here.
Yeah. Imagine the guy who's just an inch taller than him. Like, dang it.
Yeah.
I had it nailed.
I came up short on that one.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, let's give our friends that are listening a little encouragement with this scripture as we are coming to a close.
Believe it or not, we've got it.
We always have a scripture, because the Bible is applicable. God made all these weirdos.
This is true.
God did it.
And they're made in his image.
In his image.
I say they, like I'm not one of them.
Right.
I am too.
We're weirdos for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And this is a very common scripture that's on a lot of coffee mugs and t-shirts and bumper stickers. It's Romans 8:28. And it says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Mm-hmm. Yeah, so rock on, weirdos. You've been called.
It's not all things, it's some things.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's not some things,
it's all things.
Woo,
see?
jeez. Oh my gosh.
I knew what you meant. All right. Well, next week. Procrastination. No,
we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We're just kidding. Wait. No, we're doing part 2.
I know.
Oh. It's a standing joke between Catherine and I. We've been wanting to do procrastination for like a year. I've been wanting to do it.
Tracy's been wanting
I have been saying we need to do it. And Catherine keeps going, no, not this
later.
All right. Well, you've been listening to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. And I am still comedian Tracy DeGraff.
I'm still Catherine.
Yeah. Tune in for part 2. It's coming up.